Welcome, I'm Jason Wells here at the LA Times. We're here to talk about the second championship for the LA Kings, and joining me now is Ruben Vives. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So you were out there Friday night. You were among the crowd of fans.
Yeah.
And maybe we could just describe what you saw the moment that final puck went in at double overtime.
Well, I mean, before that puck went in, I mean, there was just the faces of agony, of anxiousness, of everyone just like wanting the game to be over. And right when that puck went in, you just saw fans lose it. I mean, they're just screaming. There's fans running around in the streets, and you know, people carrying their makeshift Stanley Cups and just running around like they actually won the cup. But I mean, as a team, as a city, I think everyone felt very excited that night.
Yeah, I think they were just relieved too. It was like exhausting to watch that game.
And it's cliche to say the energy was like just. I mean, it was insane, but it was.
I know. I think we all saw the video footage of people dancing on top of tables in restaurants, just going
and
berserk.
So once that celebration started happening, everyone just went on Chickern Court, you know, which is right on Staples Center, and they just filled in.
That's just right outside the venue.
Right outside, and then people were. I saw crowd surfing at one point. There was toilet paper being tossed around, fireworks being set off. There was a mosh pit that started, and fans were just loving every moment of it.
Right.
So they were well behaved.
Yeah, I mean, that's a thing too. We've seen these situations get out of control in LA, especially around Staples Center. That didn't appear to be the case.
No, and I think part of it has to do with LAPD. They were well prepared. They made sure to let everyone know that if you wanted to come celebrate with all the fans who actually had tickets or found space in one of the restaurants to watch the game, that you would not be able to make it in because they were going to close off all these off-ramps around the area where the Staples Center is at, and they closed off several streets. So they were well prepared on this.
Yeah, they put that message out there way in advance.
Right.
To kind of
definitely like, you know, we'll celebrate for the fans that are here for now and just wait for that parade.
All right. And speaking of the parade, it's coming up today at noon.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't all just screaming Friday night. I mean, you talked to a lot of fans. I mean, what were generally some of the things that they were saying about the team and about hockey in Los Angeles of all places?
You know, I spoke to even some fans who weren't Kings, who don't follow the Kings. For instance, I talked to this Chicago Blackhawk fan, and she was saying how LA King fans are just like the best fans. They were very nice, and sure enough, I saw some of that. Some of the New York Ranger fans were walking around kind of in disbelief, but they were still being, you know, Kings fans will approach them and say, hey, that was a great series.
Right.
And that was the general message that I got, that this was one of the best series that they've ever experienced, and it was great, and they loved both teams for their efforts, but in the end, you know, everyone was rooting for the Kings.
There can only be one.
There can only be one king, and it was Kings.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, and we're going to be covering the parade all day today, so keep it at latimes.com for that, and thanks for joining us.
All right. Yep. Clear.
Is that good?
Thank you very much.
All right.
Am I good?